What's up, guys? DJ Mike James coming at you. It is Friday, October 7th. We're here at the Chautauqua Auditorium in Forest Park in Shelbyville, Illinois. We're setting up for this wedding reception for tomorrow. I got the van packed tight, man. I'm bringing everything with the kitchen sink here tonight. We're setting up the trussing, nightclub dance, all my ProX triangle truss, ProX T-Adapters, ProX booth, all my Rockville stuff. I mean, everything is going up today. This should be a pretty awesome show tomorrow. So sit back and relax. My boys with me, my beautiful wife and daughter are here as well. And we're going to get everything set up. I'm going to do a time lapse of the setup and get the camera set up in there. So enjoy. Hey, what's up, guys? DJ Mike James coming at you again. We're coming out of the Chautauqua Auditorium, Forest Park in Shelbyville, Illinois. Like I said earlier, you're checking out our time lapse of our setup. You're seeing my ASC crank stands, my ProX universal T-Adapters, along with my ProX open-ended triangle trussing, which I really do like the open-ended function of that. I mean, with this one, I've just been bolting it to the luggage rack of my van and keeping it intact. However, if I didn't have to do that, I could stack these, which is the beauty of having the open bottom end of that, and they will stack up. It's me and my wife and our kids. It's a team effort getting set up here, and you're watching me set my UKing 70-watt moving head GOBOs. Of course, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I built a wiring harness, so none of this stuff has to be wired up. We just have to get the lights in place where they need to be, and those are my 9-eyed lasers. And we have the trussing marked on the back side as to where each one of those lights go, so it really does make it a lot easier to set this up. Of course, you don't see any of those markings from the front, but like I said, this is our biggest setup. I mean, it's really the biggest setup we've done all year. Normally, as some of you have been watching my other videos from my wedding receptions, I'm really kind of trying to scale down and do lit up totems with my booth and up lights. And I mean, it's not so much that it's easier, because it is, but it's classic, and it seems like that's becoming sort of the standard. You see us putting up our ProX XF MK2 Mesa DJ Façade with my brand new Mr. and Mrs. scrim that I ordered from IDJ now. I really like this scrim for weddings. It looks super nice. Again, I didn't backlight it for this event because this room is so big that I had to use all of my uplighting just around the circumference of this huge round barn, which also presented some sound issues as far as echo and things along those lines. We got the fog machines going up here. We got the Rockville R700s, and we're going to change view here, and I'm going to get you behind the stage so you can kind of see how big this place is and just how beautiful that ceiling trussing and all that stuff is. It's all like suspension with steel cable inside. I mean, it's a really cool building. Again, we're putting the TV up there, cranking them up, getting the booth put in place, and setting our Peaveys. Love these speakers. Like I said, if I could let you guys listen to some of the sound once I get the sound part of it up and running. But of course, with the more stringent copyright situation with YouTube, it's better just to put some backing music on here and go that way. We did have a pretty good turnout for this. This was a double setup for us, so this is the day before. So we set up here Friday, and then we had to do an outside setup in the sunken garden, which is actually beautiful too. But I had to use my phone for my mobile hotspot to get my playlist to work outside. So I didn't really shoot a lot of video of that, but we do have some pictures coming up of that here in just a minute. So you'll see us, running all of our cabling and getting all of our wiring back. Like I said, I was a little concerned about, how much power I was going to draw. I really have had pretty good luck running all of my trussing, lighting, my fog machines, and everything off of close circuits. I've never really blown a fuse anywhere, and I ran everything off of one leg at the nightclub I was at, and we ran everything up there. So you'll see the fog machines going off. Those are 700s. I don't have the beam bars up yet on my crank stands. They're kind of the last thing to put up because they are kind of a pain, but they are an awesome light, and I love the effect that you guys are going to get to see here in just a minute. action here, you know, get to see some of the setup. And once we got most of the lights up and running, now you can see that I've got my beam bars up on the crank stands, and those things really do give an awesome effect. Again, this setup is a ton of work. I mean, it was a good hour getting everything set up and loaded in, and of course at the end of the night it's also another good hour getting everything broke down. You'll see my fog machines going off there, and it's just kind of funny how big this room is, but I really use the fog only to accent the lighting, which is exactly what it does when I put it up there on the trussing. However, with it being you know, a cooler October day, if you guys aren't aware, the temperature sensitivity of your fog, if it's cold, it'll just sit and float up to the top instead of kind of rolling down the way that we want it to. Just see my boy ducking out of the way, and then you can see the uplights here. That's an RF1 to the left and a rock veg to the right. It actually really went well. I had them spaced out. I was having a little bit of a connectivity issue between two of the rock wedges. I don't know if they were too far away, but one of them was like really hesitant to change. But I just kind of scooted a little closer to the, because that's the master that you guys are looking at right there. So you'll see an RF1, a rock wedge, an RF1, rock wedge, all the way around the circumference of this building. So when it did get later in the night, you know, and I set those to sound active or to autos or whatever I ended up changing them to, because the sound active is a little tricky, especially with that one light not want to communicate as quickly. So when I set it to auto, they all sort of synced up a little bit better that way. So you'll see I had rock wedges on either side of the door, and this is of course where I was doing my introductions for the bridal party and so on and so forth. But all in all, like I said, I mean, it came out really well. As it got darker, the uplighting was super impressive, so I was happy with that. Alright guys, so you're doing a little photo array here as it got later in the night, you know, and I got busier. I wasn't taking as much video, but we did have some really good pictures being taken, you know, of this setup and then the lighting schemes, and we've got our bride and his grandmother dancing, and you know, and things along those lines. And as we're getting people out there, I mean, that's a really good shot of not only the stage and the auditorium and the lighting setup, but just, you know, I mean, getting our people out there and getting them going, which is always, you know, optimal for us. As we kind of wind this down, you know, I'd like to thank these guys, you know, for having me. I mean, it was a, you know, it was a really awesome event, and I mean, an awesome venue as well, and you know, we really enjoyed it. It was a ton of work getting everything set up and broke down, but you'll see my uplighting here as it's later in the night, getting brighter and stuff. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, you know, as you're seeing sort of my last video that I take here before the end of the night. I do want to thank everyone for liking my videos and commenting and subscribing. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I could use, you know, all the support I can get from you guys, and we're growing. So again, thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This video is made possible by 343 Studios.